My hand is on the radio, spinning the lonely wheel, trying to find the frequency that knows the way I feel. I pass 1,000 stations, just the same repeating song, but the only thing that answers is where I don't belong. It's a low-grade interference, a whisper in the air, a constant quiet buzzing that I cannot help but share. It's the static on the dial, and it's singing on my dial. The noise is getting louder, and the good songs are cut out. I'm stuck between the signals, between the black and white, searching for a single truth to get me through the night. Yeah, the static on the dial, it's a language I can't break. The final sound is something I'm afraid to finally take. I wish I could surrender to the simple sound of sleep, but the questions in the darkness are the promises I keep. I try to tune into the wisdom that the quiet used to hold, but the air is saturated and the silence is too cold. Every little error is a crackle in the sound. I turn the volume lower, but the fear is still profound. It's the static on the dial, and it's singing on my dial. The noise is getting louder, and the good songs are cut out. I'm stuck between the signals, between the black and white, searching for a single truth to get me through the night. Yeah, the static on the dial, it's a language I can't break. The final sound is something I'm afraid to finally take. I lean into the speaker, hoping that the hum will cease, but the quiet noise is feeding off the absence of my peace. I realize the station that I'm searching for is mine. The perfect melody is tangled up inside this lonely sun. Gotta be my own transmission, gotta find my own clear lane and tune out all the static that is amplifying the pain. Just a low, slow, broken wave that will not let me rest, putting all my simple courage to the final late night test. I'll let the noise just wash away, I'll let the volume fade, and finally choose the station that my own heart has made. Static on the dial, slowly going quiet, tuning in the silence. Finally I can try it.
clock are barely moving now. The rest of the world is breathing on a different vibe, but I am caught inside the rhythm of this lonely, quiet space, where every second holds a mirror to my worried, tired face. The stillness is a symphony of things I can't outrun, a final slow surrender to the moment that has won. It's the sound of slow, and it's the loudest thing I hear. Every tiny heartbeat amplifies my secret fear. The hours stretch like rubber bands between the dark and dawn, waiting for the faster tempo that I know will soon be drawn. Yeah, the sound of slow, it's the music of the deep, the final quiet wisdom of the promises I keep. I wish I could surrender to the speed of yesterday, where the noise was a distraction that could keep the thoughts away. But the night demands a thorough, quiet, slow review of all the simple choices that I knew I shouldn't do. I can hear the building settle, a deep and heavy sigh, a final slow admission that the fastest way to fly is to lie still. Slow, tiny heartbeat amplifies my secret fear. The hours stretch like rubber bands between the dark and dawn, waiting for the faster tempo that I know will soon be drawn. Yeah, the sound of slow, it's the music of the deep, the final quiet wisdom of the promises I keep. I feel the cool air settling on the skin I can't disguise. It's a strange, calm consequence of watching the east rise. I know the speed will come back when the sun is overhead, but I remember the slow lessons that the lonely darkness said, that the only way to heal it is to feel it in the deep, and let the silent, slow truth be the secret that I keep. Don't fight the quiet current, don't try to pull the plug. Just let the slow momentum give your tired soul a hug. I'm sinking in a stillness, I'm letting go the fight, embracing the slow beauty of the final fading light. The sound of slow, just let it linger near, washing away the heavy waking fear.
The city is a sleeper, but my receiver is still on. I'm listening for the message that will come before the dawn. I've checked the empty inbox, and the sky is just a blank, waiting for the one direction that will stop me from the tank of all these heavy feelings that I swore I had resigned, but they only come alive when I leave the day behind. I'm waiting on the signal, a clear unbroken line, a final piece of wisdom that I know has to be mine. I'm scanning every shadow. I'm watching every light for the simple, honest answer that can get me through the night. Yeah, I'm waiting on the signal, a moment of your sound to stop the silent chaos that is circling all around. I wish I had the patience of the moonlight on the floor that doesn't question where it's been or what it's waiting for. I'm tired of the guessing and the reading of the signs, trying to connect the fragments in the pattern of the lines. The quiet is a vacuum pulling all my worries near, and the only way to stop it is to finally face the fear. I'm waiting on the signal, a clear unbroken line, a final piece of wisdom that I know has to be mine. I'm scanning every shadow, I'm watching every light for the simple, honest answer that can get me through the night. Yeah, I'm waiting on the signal, a moment of your sound to stop the silent chaos that is circling all around. Yeah. I know the sun will rise and demand a quick reply, but the truth is in the waiting underneath this velvet sky. I won't accept the answers that are easy and are cold. I need the one clear whisper that is precious and is bold. I'll stay up all night searching for a single final clue, the signal that reminds me what I'm supposed to do. The static is my language and the silence is my friend, but I need one destination where this heavy road can end. I'm reaching out in darkness for a steady guiding hand, just one clear transmission that I finally understand. Waiting on the signal. Don't turn the light out yet. Just a little more time to finally forget.
The darkness is receding, but the light is yet to break. It's the blue hour now, and I'm finally wide awake. The world is in a coma, in a quiet, fragile state. I'm looking for the simple truth before the chaos of the gate. Of all the hurried hours that the morning has to bring, I need this final silence where the quiet secrets sing. Oh, it's the blue hour, and the shadows start to fade. The most honest moment for the choices that I made. I'm bathing in the stillness of the light that's almost gone. Yeah. Waiting for the promise of the coming of the dawn. that brings me peace. I turn the pillow over, try to find the colder side, searching for the courage that the daylight couldn't hide. I don't need a loud conclusion, oh, or a reason to pretend. I need the simple honesty that this long night has to lend. I'm watching how the color changes slowly on the wall. A final quiet understanding that I can't survive the fall. Ooh, it's the blue hour, and the shadows start to fade. The most honest moment for the choices that I made. I'm bathing in the stillness of the light that's almost gone, waiting for the promise of the coming of dawn. Yeah, I know the speed will start up when the first light hits the pane. Yo, I'll have to put the mask on and go back into the rain. But for this one final moment, I can let the truth be clear. A fragile, perfect understanding of the things I hold so dear. I'll file away the silence like a fuel I need to burn. A quiet, slow momentum for the lessons I must learn. The cold air is a comfort, a final soft embrace, a gentle blue surrender in this quiet, lonely space. I'm letting all the urgency finally settle down. The last pure moment of the most honest sleep in town. The blue hour, don't speak, just breathe. Let the light do the rest of the heavy silent weaving.
Watch the screen glowing with the silence I can feel. The light is bright enough to show it isn't truly real. The battery is full, the signal strong and clear, but the only thing that's missing is the voice I wanna hear. I leave the ringer on high, just in case you might decide to break the heavy silence that I cannot run and hide. Is that the empty notification message that won't come? A single final whisper that the night is feeling numb. I'm addicted to the hope I can't let go, for one simple sign of feeling that you don't want me to know. Yeah, the empty notifications, they're the loudest sound I hear, confirming all the lonely thoughts that amplify my fear. Scroll through all the pictures that we took a year ago, pretending that the feeling is a thing I still can grow. I see your profile picture, just a single glowing frame, and I whisper to the quiet, calling out your lonely name. I wonder if your phone is silent, or if you're talking to the rest, leaving my own simple longing to this quiet final test. Message that won't come, a single final whisper that the night is feeling numb. I'm addicted to the checking, the hope I can't let go, for one simple sign of feeling that you don't want me to know. Yeah, the empty notifications, they're the loudest sound I hear, confirming all the lonely thoughts that amplify my fear. The battery dies slow, to stop the simple habit that I haven't learned to throw. But the weakness is a quiet truth, a feeling I embrace. The waiting is the only way I can hold on to your face. I'll let the darkness settle and I'll put the screen away, hoping that the silence will be kinder by the day. Don't need a heavy answer, don't need a final sign, just a gentle, sweet illusion that you could still be mine. I'll let the shadows hold me, I'll let the darkness lead, planting one more lonely, fragile, hopeful seed. Empty notifications, the screen is finally dark. Let the silence do the rest of the heavy, lonely world.
There's silence in my office, the darkness is my suit. I'm meeting with the worries for the harvest of the root. I set the terms out clearly on the table in the low light. When negotiating surrender in this long and lonely night, I'm the quiet broker, and I'm ready to propose a final fair agreement on the things nobody knows. It's the quiet broker, cutting deals until the dawn, trading my last hour for the place where I belong. I'm offering my secrets, the ones I had to keep, to buy a single moment where I finally can find sleep. Yeah, the quiet broker, he won't stop until the trade is done. A heavy, honest contract that I finally should've won. I use the memory of your smile as a form of final bid for the quiet, slow conclusion that the daylight always hid. I argue for the moments when the future felt so clear, but the worries are the bankers, and they only deal in fear. I try to mortgage the potential of the things I still can be, but they only want the currency of my own misery. It's the quiet broker, feels until the dawn. Trading my last hours for the place where I belong. I'm offering my secrets, the ones I had to keep, to buy a single moment where I finally can find sleep. Yeah, the quiet broke, he won't stop until the trade is done. A heavy, honest contract that I finally should've won. I know the deal is fragile, and the terms will change by day. But for this one final moment, I will let the chaos sway. I sign a final paper with a weary shaking hand, accepting the conditions in this lonely, sleepless land. I let the silence take the secrets that I finally let go. The quiet high price for the stillness that I need to know. Don't need a loud acquittal, don't need a final grace. Say just a simple, slow acceptance of the stillness of this place. I'll let the terms be final, I'll let the market close. A quiet, soft surrender where the morning finally grows. Oh, the final handshake in the dark, the quiet broker closes the deal. Now the silence can begin.
Thermostat is lying, telling me the temperature is fine, but the chill inside the silence is a feeling that is mine. The blanket's too heavy, but the air is sharp and cool, and every single movement is a break of the golden rule. My skin is getting fragile, like a thin and thick glaze. I'm just waiting for the daylight to deliver better days. It's the porcelain skin, and it amplifies the sound of every heavy heartbeat and the silence all around. I can feel the absence like a cold and cutting breeze, the gentle, slow reminder that is bringing me to my knees. Yeah, the porcelain skin is the truest part of me, a delicate confession of the things I can't outrun or flee. I turn the pillow over, try to find a warmer spot, hoping for a comfort that the darkness simply forgot. I feel the simple pressure of the sheet upon my arm, a single sharp sensation that protects me from the harm. But the weakness is a quiet truth, one I have to hold so well, a fragile, painful beauty that the morning won't dare tell. It's the porcelain skin, and it amplifies the sound of every heavy heartbeat and the silence all around. I can feel the absence like a cold and cutting breeze, the gentle, slow reminder that is bringing me to my knees. the porcelain skin is the truest part of me. A delicate confession of the things I can't outrun or flee. Yeah. I know the sun will come up and demand I be strong and bold, that I have the fragile parts of the story left untold. But for this one final moment, I'll embrace the cold, soft glow, the perfect simple knowledge of the things I need to know. I'll let the shadows linger, let the quiet be my friend, accepting that the feeling is a moment that must mend. Don't need a strong solution, don't need a final word, just the gentle cold reminder of the lesson I have learned, that the most honest moments are the ones that break the most. I'll let the feeling settle with the heavy, quiet ghost porcelain skin. Just let the cold run through. Simple color of the lonely truth.
Close my eyes and suddenly the VCR is on, playing back the perfect scene from the moment before dawn. I'm looking for the timeline where the ending wasn't cruel. Gotta find the tiny loophole, gotta break the golden rule. I press the rewind button, hear the whirring in my head, trying to find the moment that I shouldn't have been led. Yeah. It's the rewind button and the credits start to run, playing back the story before the damage had begun. I'm a midnight edit and I'm cutting out the pain, trying to get the feeling back of standing in the rain. Yeah, the rewind button, just a fantasy I keep to undo the heavy mistakes that won't let me fall asleep. Oh, the screen is grainy now, oh, but the voices are still clear, telling me the sweet nothings that I haven't heard this year. I'm looking for the moment when the light was still too bright, before the slow fade out turned everything to night. Pause it on your smile, a simple perfect frame, whispering the meaning of a half-forgotten name. It's the rewind button and the credits start to run, playing back the story before the damage had begun. I'm a midnight editor, I'm cutting out the pain, trying to get the feeling back of standing in the rain. Yeah, the rewind button, just a fantasy I keep to undo the heavy mistakes that won't let me fall asleep. But the tape gets tangled up and the images distort, and I realize the fiction isn't giving me the sort of comfort that I needed to survive until the day the reality is louder than the words I didn't say. I can't change the future by replaying what is done. The VCR just stops in the sad light of the moon has won. Gotta hit the eject, let the tape just fall away, and finally face the silence of the now that starts today. There's no running from the damage. There's no going back in time, just this lonely waking feeling that is perfectly all mine. Rewind button, gotta put the story down, gotta stop the memory from circling this town. The sound of a very soft faint eject sound, with the sound of a very soft faint eject sound, with the sound of a very soft faint eject sound, with the sound of a very soft faint eject sound, with the sound of a very soft faint eject sound, with the sound of a very soft faint eject sound.
Says 4 a.m. the deadline for my common sense. The defense mechanisms have packed up and commenced their silent, slow retreat, leaving just a tiny space for every single feeling that I haven't dared to face. My fingers hover over numbers that I swore I wouldn't dial. Just one last flicker of resistance, just one tiny trial. It's the last call for logic, the bar is almost closed, and every impulsive thought is something I propose. The filter's wearing thin, now the velvet rope is down. This late night decision is the loudest sound in town. It's the last call for logic before the neon signs fade out. Gotta choose the right answer or let the quiet take me out. The battery is dying on the phone. I swore I'd leave alone, but I'm scrolling through the archives for a seed that could be sown. A message left unread from a month or two ago, just to check if there's a reason why I need to let you know that I'm still up and thinking, and the silence is a scream, chasing down the fragments of a half-forgotten dream. It's the last call for logic, the bar is almost closed, and every impulsive thought is something I propose. The filter's wearing thin, now the velvet rope is down. This late night decision is the loudest sound in town. It's the last call for logic before the neon signs fade out. Gotta choose the right answer or let the quiet take me out. I know the morning's gonna bring a harsh sobriety. I regret the choices that I made in this anxiety, but the need to just confess or to finally make a move is stronger than the knowing that I really should improve. That my self-control is broken and my quiet starts to crack. I'm just one late night message from the point of no return back. Gotta take a breath and watch the sky begin to turn before the morning finds me with a lesson left to learn. Just wait another hour, let the heavy feelings pass. Don't let the late night madness be the breaking of that last call, last call, last call. Last call, last call, just one more minute before the silence makes me wanna be in it. Last call, just one more minute before the silence makes me wanna be in it.
I don't wanna break the perfect spell with you. This silent room is the only place I can breathe. A quiet, slow rebellion in the life I have to weave. The sheets are getting heavy, but my mind is wide and free. And I'm just still in moments that belong entirely to me. Gotta fight the eyelids, gotta keep the screen lit low. Just 1 hour more before the world begins to go. I'm addicted to this quiet, this peaceful state of mind, leaving all the urgent worries permanently behind. Yeah, just 1 hour more before the alarm clock rings. The only time the solitude is where my spirit sings. I'm listening to the silence of the rest of the sleepy town. No traffic on the pavement, no voices floating down. It's the only chance I get to process what I feel, to tell the heavy, honest truths that the daylight will conceal. I could close my eyes right now, but I know what I would lose. This sacred final freedom that I consciously refuse. Gotta fight the eyelids, gotta keep the screen lit low. Just 1 hour more before the world begins to go. I'm addicted to this quiet, this peaceful state of mind, leaving all the urgent worries permanently behind. Yeah, just 1 hour more before the alarm clock rings. The only time the solitude is where my spirit sings. Yeah. I feel the morning energy starting to creep inside, a warning that the person that I am needs to subside. So I take a mental snapshot of the stillness that I found before the heavy footsteps start to echo on the ground. I'm storing up the silence like a fuel I'll need to burn, a memory of the comfort that the morning must unlearn. Don't rush me to the daylight, don't tell me it's okay. I need this quiet moment to wash the heavy day. I'll pay the price of tiredness, I'll deal with being slow, but this 1 hour more is the only way I know. Yeah. 1 hour more, yeah. Just a little bit of quiet. 1 hour more, yeah. Letting the whole frantic world deny it. 1 hour more, yeah. Oh, on the noise of yesterday, but there's a certain feeling that refuses to go away. It's a low-grade evaporation, a subtle heavy air, a complicated fragrance that my mind begins to share. I get up in the darkness, trying to find the source of this quiet, sharp aroma that is running its low causes.
spaces with a complicated fear, yeah. The scent of doubt, it demands I stay awake for every tiny honest whisper that the silence has to make. I wish I had a filter for the things I let inside, the small insistent worries that the daylight couldn't hide. I light a simple candle, hoping it can override the truth that is too honest for the senses to confide. But the subtle dark pollution just refuses to be less. The quiet, sharp remainder of my final lost caress. The sense of doubt, and it lingers in the low light. The sharp metallic feeling of the quiet, long night. I can't put my finger on the reason it is here, but it fills the empty spaces with a complicated fear, yeah. The scent of doubt, it demands I stay awake for every tiny honest whisper that the silence has to make. I know the morning sun will let the heavy feeling out, but I need this final moment to be honest about the doubt. I'll let the air run slowly, I'll let the darkness win the game, accepting that the feeling is a part of my lonely name. I'll file away the memory of the fragrance that I found, the sharp, intense reminder that the truth is all around. Don't need a final answer, don't need a single word, just the gentle, slow acceptance of the lesson I have learned. I let the essence settle as the feeling finally cease, a quiet, soft surrender that finally brings me peace. The sand fades, the air is clean, the doubt rests, and the moment is finally serene. Showing me a midnight movie now. The city lights are bleeding out, I don't know how. The rain is coming down in steady, perfect time, and every single raindrop is a worry that is mine. Close my eyes and try to find a place that's safe to go, but the rhythm of the weather won't allow me to let go. They're the raindrop thoughts hitting the glass all night, just a constant reminder of the things I didn't fight. I'm counting every falling drop, trying to find the cure for the chaos in my brain that I can't ignore anymore. These raindrop thoughts, they're the things that linger here. The unread emails and the promises from last year. I get up and I walk around to break the steady beat, hoping movement in the darkness can acknowledge my defeat. But the pavement is still soaked outside, the rhythm doesn't stop, and the only thing that changes is the volume of each drop. They're the raindrops up, melted in the glass all night, just a constant reminder of the things I didn't fight. I'm counting every falling drop, trying to find the cure for the chaos in my brain that I can't ignore anymore. All these raindrop thoughts, they're the soundtrack to my fear, the loudest kind of silence that I only seem to hear. I wonder if the world outside is dealing with the rain, or if it's only me who feels the pressure and the pain. The forecast said it's clearing, but the sky is turning gray, and I'm just waiting for the sunshine to finally wash away the residue of worry that the water leaves behind, to quiet all the noises that are circling in my mind. I'll find a way to make it stop, maybe just for a while, just one moment of silence, just one little smile, before the next shower comes and the cycle starts again. I'll find a way to disconnect from all this heavy rain. Rain dropping thoughts, just slow down. Just let me have the quiet. That's circling. Raindrop thoughts. Just let me have the quiet. Raindrop thoughts. The mirror on the wall reflects a stranger I don't know. He only comes out when the streetlights start to glow. He takes off the disguise that I wear for the day, and lets the heavy, honest feelings finally come to stay. He doesn't smile or pretend that everything is fine. He just sits down in the quiet and makes all the truth of mine. This is a shadow self coming out to meet the night, stepping out without a doubt, and into the dim light. He holds the parts of me that I hide from the sun, all the battle sun, and all the things I haven't done. Oh, the shadow self, he knows the things I keep inside, the only truthful version of myself I cannot hide.
We talk about the moments when I should have walked away, and the foolish, endless longing for the peace of yesterday. He tells me secrets that my conscious mind won't speak, the weakness and the strength that make me feel so weak.
He's not here to judge me, he's just sit still, waiting for the sunrise, waiting for the cold chill. When I have to put the mask on and go back to the show, pretending that the person here is someone I don't know. But the wisdom of the darkness will linger in my head, a silent, strange reminder of the words that he has said. I won't fight him anymore, I'm just letting him belong. Cause the shadow self is stronger and the dark is where I'm strong. I'm just listening into the wisdom of the secrets that I keep, a quiet conversation before I fall asleep. Shadow self, shadow self. Oh, just let me feel the things I'm trying not to reveal. Shadow self. The last light of the evening finally closed its heavy door. The city went to silence, wanting nothing left and more. I thought the conversation was completely said and done, a simple, slow surrender, a quiet battle that I won. But there's a funny residue that's lingering on my tongue, a heavy, sweet reminder of the words that you had sung. It's the aftertaste, and I can't wash it from my mind, a heavy, sweet confession that the morning leaves behind. Turn the pillow over, try to find the clean, cool side, hoping that the fresh air can protect me from the tide of all the heavy sweetness that refuses to be less, the quiet, sharp sensation of my final lost caress. Honest thought, but the flavor is too strong. The lesson finally comes. It's the aftertaste, and I can't wash it from my mind. A heavy, sweet confession that the morning leaves behind. the deepest truth is always found within. Don't need a cause, just the lingering sensation that is pressing on the wall. I'll let the subtle flavor of the silence finally cling, the final honest pleasure that the empty moments bring. The aftertaste fades, the tongue is clean, the mind is clean, the mind is quiet, the moment is serene.
The silence is so heavy that the only sound is time ticking out the final moments of the future that was mine. I watched the little second hand just tracing out the dead for every single whisper that I swore I would forget. The hours start to blend together, forming one long night, and the only gentle witness is a clock stem fading light. It's the clock's confined, every tick is a clear truth, counting all the damage from my lonely, restless youth. I can't escape the rhythm, I can't turn the volume low. It's the simple, slow reminder of the things I need to know. Yeah, the clock's confined, it demands I stay awake to listen to the promises that I was forced to break. Oh, hey. I wish I had a battery that I could finally pull to stop the constant motion that is making me a fool. I try to hide beneath the sheets, but the sound is coming through, a sharp and steady rhythm of the things I should pursue. It doesn't ask for mercy, it doesn't try to hide the cause, it just marks the slow surrender of the battles I have lost. It's the clock's confession, every tick is a clear truth, counting all the damage from my lonely, restless youth. I can't escape the rhythm, I can't turn the volume low. It's the simple, slow reminder of the things I need to know. Yeah, the clock's confession, it demands I stay awake to listen to the promises that I was forced to break. I know the morning will demand I focus on the day, that the final heavy burdens will finally fade away. But the truth is in the timing, in the rhythm that is here, the only constant whisper that is cutting through the fear. I'll let the clock just guide me to the moment I can rest, knowing that the midnight confession was the final honest test. Don't rush the final outcome, don't try to speed the pace, just let the lonely seconds fall right into their own place. I'll find a final comfort in the simple, quiet sound, the steady, slow reminder that the future can be found. Clock's confession, just hours keep ticking slow, letting all the honest heavy feelings finally flow.
I walk into the bathroom, but I don't turn on the main light. Just a lonely, quiet glow that can cut through the dark night. I look into the mirror, and the glass is cold and clear. It shows me all the honest things that I've been running from this year. There's no makeup to conceal it, no smile to make a disguise. Just a simple, heavy truth reflected in my tired eyes. It's a reflected truth, and it can't be washed away. The silent, heavy burden that I tried to hide all day. I see the honest, feel the unsent messages I wrote, the complicated feeling that is caught up in my throat. Yeah, the reflected truth that demands I stay instead. At the lonely, simple damage that the daylight couldn't bear. I wish the image would just lie, would offer me a soft excuse, but the clarity is cutting and the vision is profuse. It shows me all the moments where I stood up tall, the silence marked the face that led up to the final fall. I try to touch the person that is staring back at me, a fragile, quiet stranger that the world will never see. It's reflected truth, and it can't be washed away. The silent, heavy burden that I tried to hide all day. I see the honest, feel the unsent messages I wrote, the complicated feeling that is caught up in my throat. Yeah, the reflected truth, it demands I stay instead. Simple damage couldn't pay. I know the sun will rise and demand a loud display, that I have to put the mask on and confront the coming day. But for this one final hour, I will let the shadows sink. I'll file away the memory of the thoughts I let myself think. I let the silence hold the image, let the mirror do its best before the morning finds me putting feelings to the final test. Oh, don't need a loud confession, don't need a final word, just a gentle, quiet wisdom that the glass has finally heard. I'll let the honest feelings finally settle and subside. The only place for secrets where the shadows cannot hide. The light goes out, the reflection fades, the truth remains in the silence of the dark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Silence is my witness, and the darkness is my priest. I'm kneeling by the shadows at this lonely, quiet feast. I've carried all the secrets that I swore I couldn't tell, but the weight of the concealment finally broke the fragile shell. I'm ready for the truth now, the one I had to hide, the final simple answer that I buried deep inside. This is the last confession, whispered to the fading moon, asking for a simple comfort that will finally come soon. I'm pouring out the damage that I knew I couldn't fix, mixing all the honesty into the late night mix. Yeah, the last confession is the quietest way I know to let the final heavy, fragile feelings finally I'm tracing every outline of the choices I have made, the gentle, slow disasters that the daylight has delayed. I try to build a fortress, a wall of pure defense, but the silence of the evening made no logical sense. Now the simple, honest statement is the only thing I crave, the final quiet freedom that the long night has to say. This is the last confession, whispered to the fading moon, asking for a simple comfort that will finally come soon. I'm pouring out the damage that I knew I couldn't fix, mixing all the honesty into the late night mix. Yeah, the last confession is the quietest way I know. I know the morning will demand I put the mask back on, that the honesty must vanish before the break of dawn. But for this one final hour I will let the truth reside, a heavy sweet surrender with nowhere left to hide. I'll let the shadows settle, let the quiet be my friend, accepting that the process has to finally slowly end. Don't need a loud absolution, don't need a final grace, just a simple gentle knowledge that I'm standing in this place. I'll let the words dissolve into the velvet of the air, knowing that the silence is the only one who cares. Confession finally done, waiting for the peace that the long night has won. The ceiling, the numbers start to spin, trying to find the total of the places I've been. This is the final column, the last chance for the test, to find the simple answer that will finally bring me rest. I write down all the variables, the things I can't control,
is the midnight equation, and the sun won't finally balance, adding up the damage, subtracting the silence, as I'm stuck in the division of the past and the beat, looking for the logic that will set the real me free. Yeah, the midnight equation, it lasts until the light, a complicated problem that I can't get wrong tonight. The constants are the errors that I made along the way, the simple, quiet failures that keep haunting me today. I try to carry over the forgiveness that I seek, but the weight of the confession is too heavy and too weak. The multiplication of the doubts begins to fill the space, and I'm lost inside the margins of this lonely, quiet race. Is the midnight equation, and the sun won't finally balance, adding up the damage, subtracting the silence, as I'm stuck in the division of the past and the beat, looking for the logic that will set the real me free. Yeah, the midnight equation, it lasts until the light, a complicated problem that I can't get wrong tonight. I crumple up the paper and I throw it on the floor, realizing that the answer isn't something to ignore. The solution isn't logical, it's not a simple one. It's letting go the math that the heavy day has spun. I'll stop the calculation, I'll put the pen down slow, and let the simple emptiness be the only thing I know. Don't need a final proof now, don't need the final score. I need the soft conclusion that I haven't seen before. I'll let the numbers fade out, I'll let the logic rest, accepting that the feeling is the final honest test. Midnight equation, finally solved, letting all the conk feelings be dissolved.
The street lamp is a spotlight shining through the glass, but the picture on the wall is not the moment that will last. The water in the window, it bears a heavy light, distorting every shadow in the silence of the night. I'm looking for the simple truth, the shape I used to know, but the distance is too heavy, and the figures start to flow. It's the refraction, the breaking of the line. Every single honest thought is something I can't define. The meaning is distorted, and the colors start to bleed. A quiet, slow reminder of a final, urgent need. Yeah, the refraction, it demands a final, perfect gaze before the morning finds me lost I try to follow one beam to the place where it began, but the path is ever changing, part of a confusing plan. The answers that I swore were solid now are soft and wide and deep. The only honest moments are the promises I keep. I close my eyes and try to find the focus that I lack, but the world is an illusion that I cannot send right back. It's the refraction, the breaking of the line, every single honest thought, oh, something I can't define. The meaning is distorted, oh, and the colors start to bleed. A quiet, slow reminder of a final urgent need. Yeah, the refraction, it demands a final perfect gaze before the morning finds me lost inside the lonely maze. I know the sun will fix it, will demand a single shade, but the honesty is hidden in the shadows I can't escape. I let the light be broken, I let the truth divide, the final quiet comfort that the shadows cannot hide. I sign off on the damage, on the bending of the rules, accepting that the answers are not built on simple tools. Don't need a single vision, don't need a perfect view, just a gentle, slow acceptance of the truth that I run through. I'll let the pieces scatter, I'll let the shadows fall, the quiet, slow surrender that finally solves it all. The light bends one last time, the quiet of the dark remains. Let the morning reveal what is real. I set the scene out slowly on the pillow next to mine. A perfect final moment where your words were sweet and kind. I ask you all the questions that the daylight wouldn't hear, and the answers that I need to finally come in clear. We're talking in the shadows where the truth is finally bold. The last pure conversation that the silence can unfold is the empty conversation, and I'm the only voice I hear, saying all the honest things that I couldn't face this year. I'm writing down the script now, where the ending is just right, to buy a single moment of quiet in this lonely night. soft reminder that the silence has won. I let you interrupt me, I let you have your final say. I let you take the pieces that I couldn't throw away. The dialogue is flawless, the logic makes it sense. A perfect, sweet illusion of the quiet recompense. I watch the slow reflection of your face upon the wall, hoping that the simple fantasy can finally make me fall. It's the empty conversation, and I'm the only voice I hear, saying all the honest things that I couldn't face this year. I'm writing out the script now, where the ending is just right, to buy a single moment of quiet in this lonely night. Yeah, the empty conversation, it lasts until the dawn. A constant soft reminder that the silence has won. I know the morning will demand I put the act away, that the perfect silent ending won't matter in the day. But for this one final hour, I will let the moment stay, to feel the simple comfort of the words I didn't say. I'll let the silence take the feeling, let the darkness be the truth. Pull out a simple illusion, I don't need a final call, just a quiet, sweet illusion of the words that stood up tall. I'll let the tape run slowly till the quiet is complete. A final soft surrender to the simple cold defeat. It's the empty conversation, the lights are finally off. Now the mind can rest from the heavy final call.
The moonlight is the only lamp that's shining in the room, illuminating all the spaces swallowed by the gloom. I'm starting the late countdown of the things I let escape, the simple quiet minutes that I cannot reshape. I take the clipboard slowly and I mark the columns down, the most critical review in this entire sleeping town. It's the moonlit inventory, and the numbers don't add up. I'm checking all the empty spaces in my broken coffee cup. I'm counting up the promises, the ones that came and went, the heavy final balance. ledger of my every small defeat. I'm listing all the feelings that I swore I had resigned. The little quiet worries that I left so far behind. They surface in the stillness, perfectly aligned and clear. Ooh, the simple sharp geometry of every single fear. I try to find the error, the calculation that was wrong, but the truth is in the verses of this quiet, lonely song. It's the moonlit inventory, and the numbers don't add up. I'm checking all the empty spaces in my broken coffee cup. I'm counting up the promises, the ones that came and went, the heavy final balance of the time I misspent. Yeah, the moonlit inventory, it demands I face the sheet, a simple, honest ledger of my every small defeat. I know the morning will demand I close the book right now, that the daylight won't allow me to pursue this quiet vow. But the strength I find in counting is the one thing I can trust, to face the final outcome before the pages turn to dust. I'll sign the final line out, accepting all the loss. Ooh, the simple heavy freedom that my weary spirit crossed. Don't need a final answer, don't need a loud decree, just the final quiet knowledge of the damage done to me. I'll file away the sadness, and I'll let the logic rest, knowing that the final inventory passed the midnight test. Moonlit inventory, the final count is done, waiting for the quiet and the rising of the sun. The paper is all spread out on the floor in the low light. I'm tracing out the borders of the feelings of the night. I'm mapping out the distance between where I am and where I need to be, trying to find the logical solution that will finally set me free. I'm the midnight cartographer, sketching out the unknown, looking for a final landmark that will finally lead me home. It's the midnight cartographer, and the map keeps changing fast. Every single honest feeling is a shadow from the past. I'm drawing lines of error where I took the wrong turn home, searching for the simple path in this chaos where I roam. Yeah, the midnight cartographer, I won't stop until the dawn, until the final single quiet truth is finally drawn. I use the silence as a compass, but the needle won't stay north. The fear is a deep river that just rushes back and forth. I try to label all the places where the promises were made, and the lonely quiet mountains where the honesty is straight. I circle all the dangers empty spaces where the answer should appear. Is the midnight car darker, and the map keeps changing fast. Every single honest feeling is a shadow from the past. I'm drawing lines of error where I took the wrong turn home, searching for the simple path in this chaos where I roam. Yeah, the midnight dichographer, I won't stop until the dawn, until the final single quiet truth is finally drawn. I know the morning will demand I fold the map away, that the daylight won't allow me to explore the quiet gray. But the strength I find in drawing in the simple act of trace is the one thing that connects me to this solitary place. I'll sign the final legend with the truth I've come to know, that the only way to find my peace is to finally let it flow. The stars are my projection, and the darkness is the frame. I whisper in the coordinates of a nearly forgotten name. Just one last measurement before I finally let it rest, knowing that the midnight mapping past the final honest test. The map is done, the cartographer can finally close her eyes, let the dawn come and find the way for me. Is the midnight further break, and changing fast. Every single honest feeling is a shadow from the past. My mind is wide open now. I'm searching for the moments that I swore I couldn't allow to surface in the daylight under any kind of stress. But the night demands a thorough, quiet, slow process. I pull out all the folders marked with names I can't forget, and every single memory is an old and heavy debt. It's the quiet archive, and I'm the only one who works, sorting through the damages and all the silent quirks. I'm reading every footnote, checking every single day, trying to find the error before it gets too late. Yeah, the quiet archive, it won't let me finally sleep until I know the secrets that my deepest shadows keep. The files are labeled regret and almost made it there. They clutter up the space and fill the empty, silent air. I try to shred the contracts that I shouldn't have signed at all, but the paper is too strong and the archive stands up tall. I rearrange the facts, hoping for a clearer view, searching for the simple instruction that will see me through. It's the quiet archive, and I'm the only one who works, sorting through the damages and all the silent quirks. I'm reading every footnote, checking every single day, trying to find the error before it gets too late. Yeah, the quiet archive, it won't let me finally sleep until I know the secrets that my deepest shadows keep. Start a day, but promises and the thorough final check. I find a true conclusion before the system starts to wreck. I'll put the folders back in place, each one a solemn vow, to finally let the heavy urgent questions rest for now. Just a simple understanding of the weight I have to bear, a quiet, slow accounting of the damage I can share. I lock the cabinet slowly and I turn the heavy key, a promise to the silence that the truth is just for me. Quiet arcane, finally close. All the stories of the night composed.
Signals that the daylight doesn't share, 1,000 tiny whispers of the secrets floating there. I'm spinning the slow dial of the radio inside, trying to find the channel where the truth can finally hide. It's a low-grade interference, a static, gentle hum, a final quiet warning of the place I have become. I'm tuning into frequencies that only come at night, the sound of slow confession and the absence of the light. I hear the echo of the choices that I couldn't get just right, a symphony of silence holding on to me so tight. Yeah, these hidden frequencies, they demand I stay awake to listen to the promises that I was forced to break. I wish I could reduce it to a simple, quiet tone, to let the easy melody just leave me here alone. But the waves keep on colliding, creating a loud sound of every small disaster that is circling all around. I try to find the power button, the one that makes it cease, but the signal is my heartbeat, the absence of my peace. I'm tuning into frequencies that only come at night, the sound of slow confession and the absence of the light. I hear the echo of the choices that I couldn't get just right, a symphony of silence holding on to me so tight. Yeah, yeah. These hidden frequencies, they demand I stay awake to listen to the promises that I was forced to break. I know the sun will rise and demand a quick reply, but the honesty is strongest underneath this velvet sky. I'll let the waves just wash me, I'll let the current take its toll, a final gentle audit of my weary, restless soul. I'll accept the broken connection, the static and the fear, knowing that the final honest answer is just listen. Don't need a clear display. I'll find the quiet meaning in the simple, lonely way. I'm letting all the interference finally fade and stop. A final, slow surrender to the final gentle drop. Frequency just fading slow. Letting all the hidden signals finally go.
Are painted white, but the shadows tell the lies. The ceiling lamp is shining right into my weary eyes. It's the midnight interrogation, and the witness is just me, asking all the questions that I don't wanna see. Where did I go wrong? What did I miss when I look back? Did I take the wrong direction, walking on this lonely track? Is the interrogation, and my mind won't let me leave. Gotta face the evidence of the things I still believe. I'm under the spotlight, no place left to hide from the quiet accountability lives deep down inside. Yeah, the interrogation, it lasts until the dawn, and I can't walk away until the truth is finally drawn. The voices in my head are taking turns to wear me out, throwing those scenarios and planting seeds of doubt. They flash the images of moments I should have held too tight, asking why I traded sunshine for the comfort of the night. They wanna know the motive for the mask I put on first, and the reason why the silence feels like something that will burst. Is the interrogation, and my mind won't let me leave. Gotta face the evidence of the things I still believe. I'm under the spotlight, no place left to hide from the quiet accountability that lives deep down inside. Yeah, the interrogation, it lasts until the dawn, and I can't walk away until the truth is finally drawn. The air is getting thinner, and the pressure starts to climb. I try to plead the fifth, I try to run away from time, but the clock just keeps on ticking, showing me the empty space where I should have made a decision, where I should have won the race. I give them all the answers that I know they wanna hear, but the silence when it settles only amplifies the fear. Just give me one reprieve, just let me close the case. I need a quiet moment to get out of this dark place. So sign the confession, I'll admit I played the fool, but please turn off try to follow one straight line, but the needle starts to spin, looking for the final border of the trouble I am in. The four walls of this bedroom are the only world I know, and the direction I should take, the shadow refused to show. I checked the old coordinates, the numbers that were true, but the map I started walking is no longer showing you. It's the broken compass and the night is pulling north. Every single step I take is pushing me back forth. I can't tell the difference between the wrong and the right way. I'm just waiting for the daylight to finally save the day. Yeah, the broken compass, it demands I stay awake until the final single truth is finally yours to take. Wish I had the wisdom of the simple, quiet stars, to know the destination that is hidden behind the bars of all the heavy questions that the silence loves to ask. I'm struggling for the answer underneath this heavy tag. I try to set a new course, try find a steady pace, but the air is thick with doubt in this quiet, lonely space. It's the broken compass and the night is pulling north. Oh, every single step I take is pushing me back forth. I can't tell the difference between the wrong and the right way. Just waiting for the daylight to finally save the day. Yeah, the broken compass, it demands I stay awake until the final single truth is finally yours to take. I know the morning sun will find a path I have to walk, but the fear is in the silence, in the honest, lonely talk. I'll file away the map now, and I'll put the compass down slow, accepting that the only truth is the things I don't yet know. Let the shadows guide me to the final simple thought, the knowledge that the battles that I haven't fought are not. Don't need a final reading, don't need a steady hand, just a gentle, slow acceptance that I'm lost inside this land. I'll let the needle spin out until the chaos finally lands. A quiet, soft surrender that the silence comprehends. The compass is still spinning. The compass is still spinning. The journey into sleep begins without a map.
I'm sitting at the typewriter, but the keys are in my mind, searching for the perfect sentence that the daylight left behind. The paper is so heavy with the weight of what I hide, the final honest version that I swore I had denied. I'm the midnight editor, and I'm tearing up the lies, looking for the wisdom that is only in my eyes. It's the final draft, and the ink is made of fear. I'm rewriting every moment that I wish I wasn't near. The story of the heartache is the chapter I erase, leaving only simple truth in this lonely silent space. Yeah, the final draft, it demands I stay and write it out before the morning comes and fills my head with simple doubt. I use the silence as an eraser for the words I couldn't keep, the shallow broken promises that wouldn't let me sleep. I'm rearranging all the plots, the places where I fell, trying to construct a future that the morning light can tell. I had a little clarity, a simple final grace, trying to perfect the outline of my future. Lonely face, it's the final draft, and the ink is made of fear. I'm rewriting every moment that I wish I wasn't near. The story of the heartache is the chapter I erase, leaving only simple truth in this lonely silent space. Yeah, the final draft, it demands I stay and write it out before the morning comes and fills my head with simple doubt. I know the words will fade when the sun begins to climb, but the honest act of writing is the final test of time. I'll sign the final legend with the truth I've come to know, that the finished version of the story is the only way to go. I'll let the silence take the pages, yeah. Let the darkness be the shelf, the final simple comfort of the things I found myself. Don't need a loud publication, don't need a heavy read, just a simple sweet acceptance of the honest final need. I'm closing up the typewriter, letting the machine grow cold. The quiet, perfect story that the future will be told. The final draft is done.